Hello, I'm Mitali Singh and I'm currently working as a legal intern at LEXIS and Company, and today in this video I will be discussing the last topic under the main topic, that is adoption. And the last topic under adoption is that who may be given in adoption, किन को हम adoption में दे सकते हैं, and the restrictions to adoption. The topic which I'm going to deal with is a very short and simple topic, that is who may be given in adoption. So there are few categories of a person which we जिनको हम adoption में दे सकते हैं, basically ये है. So the first is the child, and second orphan, third abandoned child also, fourth foundling, fifth daughter. Now one by one I am going to discuss each category, and the first category is the child. There are few conditions which needs to be fulfilled when you are giving a child in adoption under the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. And such conditions are: first, a child must be a Hindu, because we are dealing with the Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act. So under Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act, the child has to be a Hindu. What is the caste of a child, or which category he belongs to, it doesn't matter. The caste does not play any role in the adoption, but the religion, that is the Hindu religion, plays a very important role. So in order to give a child in adoption as per the conditions specified under Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act, then such child has to be a Hindu. Now the second category is orphan. Orphan child can also be given in adoption, and any person who fulfill all the conditions specified under Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act in order to take a child in adoption can adopt an orphan child also. And orphan basically वो child होता है whose mother and father is dead, who is alone, and who is being brought up, or who is under the care and protection of the orphanage. Then such child will be known as an orphan. And the orphanage under whose care and protection the child is, and the manager, basically the owner of the orphan, has a right or has the power to give the orphan child in adoption, and any person can adopt that child. Now we jump on to the third category, that is the category of foundling. Foundling will be regarded as a person who has been found by any other person and whose parents are not known. इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज वो चाइल्ड जिसको मतलब जो हमें मिल गया है कहीं पे, हु हैज़ बीन फाउंड बाय एनी अदर पर्सन, और उसके पेरेंट्स का किसी को अता पता नहीं है कि उसके पेरेंट्स एक्चुअली है कौन और कहाँ है. ऑर्फन में क्या था, ऑर्फन वो चाइल्ड था जिसके हुज पेरेंट्स आर डेड, बट फाउंडलिंग वो चाइल्ड होगा द चाइल्ड हु हैज़ बीन found by any other person and whose parents are not known. Then such child can also be given into adoption, and any other person who fulfilled all the necessary conditions can adopt a found child. Now the next category is the category of an abandoned child. Abandoned child will be regarded as a child who has been found but whose parents are known. डिफरेंस है दोनों में. फाउंडलिंग में उसके पेरेंट्स का पता नहीं था, बट इन द केस ऑफ अबैंडन चाइल्ड उसके पेरेंट्स का पता है, बट उसके पेरेंट्स ने ही उसके अपने चाइल्ड को अबैंडन कर दिया, मतलब डिसोन कर दिया है इन सिंपल लैंग्वेज. सो अबैंडन चाइल्ड कैन ऑल्सो बी गिवन इन अडॉप्शन. नाउ द लास्ट कैटेगरी इज द कैटेगरी ऑफ डॉटर. अंडर मॉडर्न हिंदू लॉ, daughters can also be given in adoption. Earlier, if we talk about before the commencement of the Hindu Adoption and मेंटेनेंस एक्ट, द डॉटर्स को अडॉप्शन में नहीं दिया जाता था, ओनली सन को अडॉप्शन में दिया जाता था, और ओनली सन को ही अडॉप्ट किया जाता था. बट अब अगर इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट अब की under modern Hindu law, or after the commencement of Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act, daughters can also be given in adoption, and the person has a right or has the power to adopt a daughter also, but a person can adopt only one daughter. Now we'll move forward towards the last topic of this video, that is the restrictions to the adoption. Section 11 of Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act laid down certain restrictions or certain conditions to the adoption. If you want to adopt a person under the Hindu Adoption Maintenance Act, then certain conditions needs to be fulfilled. So first restriction to adoption is related with the adoption of a son. So if a person is adopting a son, then there are few restrictions or few conditions which needs to be fulfilled, and which is a person can adopt a son only when he does not has his own son first, or he does not have his sons second, and third, if he does not has sons मतलब 3 कैटेगरीज 3 जनरेशन में उसके सन नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर इन 3 जनरेशन में उसका सन है, if he has a son, then the person is not entitled or is not capable, I would say, or is not able to adopt a son. So these are the few conditions which needs to be fulfilled if you want to adopt a son under Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act. The second restriction is related with the adoption of a daughter. So if a person wants to adopt a daughter under the Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, then such conditions needs to be fulfilled. If he does not fulfill these conditions, which I am going to discuss, then he will not be capable to adopt a daughter. So in case of adoption of a daughter, if a person wants to adopt a daughter, then he must not have his own daughter or his son's daughter. If a person is having a daughter in any of these 2 generations, then he will not be capable to adopt a daughter. But एक्सेप्शन इसका ये है कि अगर इन 2 जनरेशन में इफ़ अ पर्सन पोजेस डॉटर इन दीज 2 जनरेशन एंड सच डॉटर्स हैज सीज टू बी अ हिंदू, तो इस केस में द पर्सन विल बी केपेबल टू अडॉप्ट अ डॉटर. अगर वो सीज टू बी अ हिंदू हो गई है, वो उसने अपना रिलीजन जो है वो कन्वर्ट कर लिया है, देन such Hindu will be entitled to adopt a daughter. Now we move on to the another important restriction to the adoption under section 11 of Hindu Adoption and Maintenance Act, that is 2 persons cannot adopt a same child. इसका सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर मैं बोलूँ तो ये मतलब है कि 2 पर्सन का यहाँ पे मतलब है कि सेम 2 सिस्टर्स एंड 2 ब्रदर्स, अगर आप सेम हो, मतलब 2 सिस्टर्स, मी एंड माई सिस्टर्स cannot adopt a same child. If we do so, then such adoption will stand void. अगर और सेम अगर मैं बोलूँ कि 2 ब्रदर्स अगर सेम चाइल्ड को अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं, देन सच अडॉप्शन विच विल बी कंसिडर एज अ वॉइड अडॉप्शन एंड उसको एक वैलिड अडॉप्शन नहीं माना जाएगा. तो ये एक इम्पॉर्टेंट रिस्ट्रिक्शन है अंडर सेक्शन 11 ऑफ हिंदू अडॉप्शन एंड मेंटेनेंस एक्ट, विच नीड्स टू बी फुलफिल्ड. In order to adopt a child, you must adopt separate child. आप same child adopt नहीं कर सकते. Now the last important restriction to the adoption is the age difference between the parent and the adopted child. So if a person is adopting a child of the opposite gender, for example, if I am adopting a child which is a son, then there must be the age difference or a age gap of 21 years. अगर 21 years का age gap नहीं है, if you are adopting a child of a opposite gender, then such adoption will be considered as a void adoption. So this brings us to the end of this video. I hope I was able to cover up all the topics and I was able to deliver all the topics under adoption, and thank you. I will see you in my next video.